Mohenjodaro.
In 1922, archaeologists discovered the remains of this ancient city called Mohenjodaro, which was located 400 miles southwest of Harappa.
Mohenjo-daro was an ancient Indus Valley civilization.
It started in 2500 BC and ended in 1700 BC. Mohenjodaro means Mount of the Dead. Mohenjodaro ended when the Aryans took over.
Environmental issues were also a big part of their ending.
Geography. The geography of this location is unique, and its location impacted the people living there in many ways. Mohenjo-daro was made up of many different landforms and waterways. The Himalayan mountains, the highlands, and the Karakoram mountains are the three major landforms that can be found in the Indus Valley region. Mohenjo-daro is located in a tropical region. Winters are extremely dry and arid since there is little rainfall during those months. Summers, however, are hot and rainy, and the monsoon winds bring warm air from the Indian Ocean. Several different kinds of animals and plants existed in the Indus Valley region. Here are some examples of those plants and animals: tigers, jaguars, cattle, water buffalo, wild pig, and sheep. Farmers grew cotton plants which they used for trade, as well as barley and wheat. The people of this region used some of these natural resources to make jewelry, game pieces, and toys for their children. Women wore jewelry of gold and precious stones.
Culture and society. Culture and society explains a lot about Mohenjo-daro. Social class or religion in the Mohenjo-daro culture determined your job and how well you did in life. For example, the people who lived in floored brick houses were considered rich. Women were not treated as well as men. Some of the children of Mohenjo-daro went to school. A scribe who knew how to read and write would teach the children. A priest would teach the children about religion. The Mohenjo-daro people loved to entertain family and friends. Some of the ways they did that was dancing and swimming. People believed the Great Bath was used for social gatherings or religious reasons. The food Mohenjo-daro ate on a regular basis was wheat, rice, chickpeas, and lentils. On occasion, they ate chicken, cow, pig, sheep, and goat.
Politics and government. Politics and government was a big part of Mohenjo-daro. The government rose because the people in Mohenjo-daro needed to be more organized. The government used grid maps because the builders had to know where the structures should go. Historians don't know who the leader of Mohenjo-daro was. The people in Mohenjo-daro were very peaceful. The people living in Mohenjo-daro were always trying to make more friends by trading with other people. The people in Mohenjo-daro traded over sea and land. Over land, the people who lived in Mohenjo-daro used two-hump camels, elephants, and carts that were pulled by bulls to carry jewelry, food, and all sorts of other goods. The historians think that the government fell because of the environmental issues. It was because of the forests were burning. That affected the government a lot because they would be blamed for most of that. After a lot of forests were destroyed, historians figured out that people in Mohenjo-daro moved to another place that not a lot of people knew about, so that the people would live in peace and not be harmed. Historical contributions. Historical contributions helped Mohenjo-daro succeed. Mohenjo-daro traded with many other civilizations and countries. They traded land and sea and made lots of profits off of their trading. Most of the buildings in Mohenjo-daro were made out of mud brick. They also had defenses in the upper part. The buildings were normally 1 or 2 stories high, which was a good fit.
According to historians, all people were treated the same, poor or rich, man or woman. People in Mohenjo-Daro also liked to do art. They made sculptures, beads, and necklaces. Most historians don't know what the writing was, but they know that they were one of the first societies to use writing. Also, the writing was sort of like the ancient Egyptians because their calligraphy was formed on a pictograph that was equivalent to an alphabet.
Is he?
There was a lot of worshipping churches around the Great Bath where they were said to worship gods, tree spirits, and animals. Mohenjo-Daro had many advancements. For example, they made drills and needles for dental work. Furthermore, they made bricks out of clay that they used for houses. They made wheelbarrows to carry grains.
Conclusion.
Historians say that Mohenjo-Daro is one of the most successful civilizations ever.
They were actually the first civilization to introduce the toilet.
The Indus people were considered to be the most sophisticated civilization in the ancient world.
They left behind a lot of information that gives us clues to how they lived their lives and how they were affected by the world around them. If it wasn't for Mohenjo-Daro, modern-day Pakistan wouldn't be what it is today.